What I'm doing is I'm routing some Paisleys in a guitar that I'm making for William Hill, and it's going to have a B-bender in it. But he wanted a mahogany body with a maple cap, and I'll put the Paisley finish on it afterwards. But at this particular moment, what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the Paisleys like a thin line would have an F-hole. What I'm doing is I'm making Paisleys for the F-holes. So this is a pretty cool situation, and I'll zoom in on it and you can see exactly what I'm doing in just a second. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get into the close corners of this with a extremely small bit on the Dremel tool. And I take this down in stages so that I don't burn the wood too bad. And after I'm all done with this, I'll file it, and then I'll go ahead and put the finish on top. Okay, now what I have here is I have some 80 grit sandpaper, and what I'm going to do is it's got a sticky back to it. It's for doing auto body work is what it's for. And I'm just going to cut a little piece off, stick it to my finger so that I can round it. And I'm going to go in here into each of these little curls that I've created, the little Paisleys. And I'm just going to sand inside and try to get them really, really rounded. The reason I'm using 80 grit is because I'm not going to have to worry about the finish afterwards. I usually finish guitars on the top with 320, and then I'll go down to 400 grit. But I get this in here, get all the little hooks as rounded as possible. This is a very time consuming process, and it's very hands-on. You know, for a guitar player, somebody like me that plays guitar for a living, building guitars is kind of crazy, but I love doing this. So, and I love it when somebody says, "Man, that guitar was awesome," you know. So what I'm doing is I'm drilling the holes around the Paisley to create that Indian Paisley effect. So this is going to have several holes which I've just marked with a pencil to where they need to be, and I'm going to go ahead and finish these off
And then after this is all done, I'll show you what the finished product looks like.
Dinner, it happens all the time.